everybody, welcome back to the weekly Slimefun update with your host Boomer. I am so sorry I couldn't get the videos out this week. I've still been recovering somewhat from the surgery, but I also got the actual flu. Can you believe it? Of everything that's going around, and I caught an actual flu. I tested negative for COVID, so we're still getting there. But I want to bring you three things that have happened this week. First and foremost, Fal's been added again, and he has added a new staff called the Staff of the Air Strider. This thing's pretty cool. This allows you to walk on air. So imagine it's simply like going up a series of invisible stairs. It looks like there might be a barrier below us for a little bit, but then after 10 seconds, whoops. But nice and cool. I think there's definitely some use to that, especially if you need to get on top of something really quick, or if you are trying to run away. As long as nobody can follow behind you, it's a temporary getaway. Just be careful how high you get. All right, number two, let's go over to Infinity Expansion. There's been some questions brought up as what does the power inside the mob simulation chamber actually mean? Because not all the lore matched what the machine was saying. So you're probably going to what do you mean wither data card at 9,000? That's actually what it's been in the code all along. The lore didn't match. And Riley went through and took a look, and he found something he actually had to fix real quick. So now, and by the way, I'm on the default settings. I know on some servers this number could be lower, some it could be higher, but by default, this has now been fixed. So whatever that setting is on a server, it will, should, and will show correctly in there with one exception. Any data cards that you created before dev version 131 will still show the old lore. So you will have a wither data card that might show 18,000 joules per second. It'll match whatever the Ender Dragon says. It will still work, and it will work with the correct power production. Okay? So whether your wither card says 9 or 18, if you insert it, the machine by itself also generates 300 or uses 300 joules per second. So between that and that, this should say 9,300, and it does. Okay? Same thing when you put the Ender Dragon in, 18.3. I think it was joules per tick, but it actually is joules per second. We just had one minor fix. So now all of your lore on newly created items will match exactly what's in the mob sim chamber. Again, if you have old cards, they will function correctly and with the proper power draw that they should be with the new lore. And then finally, we have a new dev on the scene and a new add-on called Slimefun Achievements. This is by Shar, and I'm going to be working on going through the config. Shar has added a lot of configurability to this. Now, I'm sure as time goes on, even more and more features and functions could potentially be added. But I'm going through right now learning how to do it. But to me, this is something that Slimefun, a lot of devs and I kicked this around for a while about the potential of changing researches to achievements. In other words, you had to accomplish a certain thing and the research should be unlocked. Now, this is not what this does, but we talked about having the achievements, and now we've got an achievements add-on. So you can say, you know what, place a nuclear reactor. Hey, great. You could have an achievement for that, or crafted 20 gold pans. You can have an achievement for that. So as time goes on and more options are added, I can see that being a huge game changer inside of Slimefun. You could even tie it into ranks with permissions and say, hey, once you've achieved, a certain permission level, maybe there's a way to tie that in. And all of a sudden you get an achievement for doing that. Maybe you've created everything that you need for a dust farm, right? Maybe you've gotten an ore grinder and a gold pan and a dust washer, and that pumps you up one level in your permissions. Maybe if there's a way to tie that in, I would love that. That would be awesome to include stuff like that. So down the road, I'm sure that's possible, but keep looking, get it, download it, server owners, take a look, see how you can customize it for your server and give a new aspect of Slimefun that I think is long overdue, and I love this idea. So guys, that's it for this week. Thank you again, as always, for your feedback. Keep watching for the villager tutorial to come out here shortly. And as always, when you're playing Slimefun, you gotta go Boomer or you gotta go home. We'll see you later.